What is up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Very happy to be here today as we are trading a new strategy that I have been back testing and have had incredible success with recently. So yeah, today we're going to be trading all of our funded accounts and seeing what we can do here. Very different from how I've traded in the past, so bear with me as I explain stuff to you guys. But a very exciting time here. At least I am very excited. Screen is black. Don't worry. We are fixing it right now, my friend. Let me see if I can get this fixed. There we go. We're live. Let me know if you guys see the screen here. Should be nice and clear here. There we go. Fixed and ready to go. So this strategy doesn't care. What's up, Carl? Snagga, how you doing, brother? So yeah, guys, this strategy doesn't care about the 4-hour PO3. It doesn't care about ES. It doesn't really care about anything. So it just cares about the 1-minute chart on NQ, which is what I have here on the left, and the 50-minute chart, which is what I have here on the right. Two things it cares about. So I took a trade last night overnight, and I'm up 500 bucks going into today. And it was a 1-to-1 trade, honestly. Or like a 1 to 1.5 trade based on the same strategy that we're going to be doing today here in the live. Okay, I need to figure out why it's switching on me. So maybe it's the time. Oh yeah, it's time. Okay, took that off. Way better. Okay. We might have missed the trade already. There was no retest of this change of state of delivery here, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, they're going to fill that gap. So this is basically the strategy, but we just did not get an entry here. They never retested that change in state. Which is very unfortunate here. Let's see what happens here at midnight open. So we could target this next 15-minute here, but it is kind of far away, so we have to wait for us to get closer to that 15-minute before we can really target that. I was hoping to target this, anticipating this to close with some sort of gap, and we could target that 15-minute internal. Wasn't the case, so now we wait and see. I don't like that we left equal highs there at the all-time highs. So even though the strategy doesn't require ES at all, we are going to check ES just to see if ES has taken the all-time high. No, okay. So we have SMT there. That makes a little more sense to me. Makes things a little better. And I guess we should do one more check and see if did ES take, what else did ES take, right? From a perspective of London low, nope. Okay, cool. So they look pretty identical so far, which is great. Let's go back to NQ here. And let's close all this stuff here. So part of me would love to short this. The other part of me doesn't like the fact that we have equal highs on the time frames here. And that we're holding midnight open, which is pretty important. We also retested this 15-minute wick here, and it looks like we bounced from it. Did we touch 50% of this leg here? We probably did. Yep, pretty much down to 50%. So we have to wait, guys. Wait for a better trade here. Literally right to it, huh? Interesting. How's the music, guys? A little too loud? Is it good? Also remember, guys, thumbs up, thumbs up. Let's get this channel. Let's get the channel building. Let's give it a thumbs up. Could try to do like a one-to-one here for a push into that change in state, right? It's going without us. That would have been a one-to-one already. Yep, there it is. It's a little frustrating that we never got a retest of the CISD there, and then it moved all the way to fill that gap, right? There's no more gap here on the 15-minute, and also this would have been a great one-to-one here, which I was looking to maybe take, but again, price is moving a little too quick, and didn't give me an opportunity in there. But looking at the fact that we're holding this line here was kind of the idea for that long, and again, would have been a really nice one-to-one, but sadly we just don't get it there. And that's okay, guys. We will continue to look for one-to-one opportunities here. Again, this could be an opportunity for short 1-to-1. I just don't like that we left those highs intact, because I think they were going to just fly through this. So 130 to 130. I'm not going to pull the trigger here. I don't like that we have those highs still, but let's see if it would have worked out here. Yeah, looks pretty strong. I don't think it would have worked out. Also, we're getting pretty bullish imbalances here, pushing through this bearish imbalance with a change of state of delivery and some sort of breaker here. But again, those highs never got taken, and so that puts me at a disadvantage here on the higher probability trades, right? We don't want to take trades when there's a draw in the opposite direction that we're trying to go in. If anybody has any questions as to what I'm looking for in my trades, happy to answer those questions. So it looks like we might have been able to get that 1-to-1. Let's see. I was saying 130, right? And I think I was around here. 130 was here. Yep, there's that 1-to-1 right there. So again, that's 3 1-to-1s that would have played out. Probably should have just taken it for a 1-to-1. I like the risk reward. And we'll be kicking ourselves for not taking that. If I talk about a 1-to-1 and somebody here takes it, please let me know. I'd love to hear in the chat if you guys are taking some of these 1-to-1s I'm talking about. Again, less, it's not A+ because these equal highs up here. Could do now a potential buy here to target the highs. Something like this. And if we go for a 1-to-1, it's 135. This would have been a nice trade, honestly. But I like it here. I liked it if we got here. Just a little further down, then we tap into this 1-minute inversion here with a change in state of delivery. This looks a lot nicer for that potential risk reward there. We could probably do a little... We can probably get away with this, guys. A push into the highs here. For a 1-to-1 here. We're going to give it a little stab here. It's not A+, but going to try it out. We have another change of state there. We had a really nice pullback from that high. Really nice pullback from the high, so maybe something like this. See if we get it. I'm not really a breakout trader, but we'll see if it wants it. Again, here is that change of state of delivery originally, held price a few times, even had a nice pullback. Sellers were not able to keep us lower here. And it looks like we're going to get taken out there. Beautiful trade, guys. The delay on that is crazy, but we were nicely up there. Let's go, baby. Who else took that trade? Anybody else get into that beautiful trade there? That was a $200 trade. The delay was kind of crazy. Who took that, guys? Let's hear it. Let's go. Plus 200 there. That's what I like to see, guys. Let's do it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That is beautiful. Beautiful trading. So again, guys, let's explain that trade, right? So I wanted to get a short into this area here, but again, that just decided to move pretty quickly without a retracement. Once we retraced here and we started to hold that change in state of delivery, I was no longer interested in trying to ride this thing back down because we had already filled. So I was looking to see if this draw on liquidity can get us 1-to-1, and it's exactly what happened there. And so, guys, the strategy is very simple. It is looking for 1-to-1 trades using the 1 minute and the 15 minute, right? So the 15 minute gives us our higher time frame bias, and the 1 minute gives us our entries. That's all it is. I'm not looking at the 4-hour PO3. I'm not looking at ES. I'm not looking at anything. No hourly gaps, 4-hour gaps, none of that stuff. 15 minute and a 1-to-1 here. And the results have been kind of insane on the back testing sessions. Kind of insane. So we have this 15-minute gap here, which I would love for us to come and test. And so I would be looking for a trade into here if we can get below this, right? So if we start to get below this, right, and we kind of get to like here and maybe pull back, we can look for a trade from here to here, right into this area with a stop like here, for example, right? So another 1-to-1 opportunity if we can move down that direction. We have yet to see if that's going to be a possibility here. It looks like price is pretty bullish so far. So we just have to wait and see what we get. One thing to note, though, is price has very nicely held this kind of area here, and that is your 0.5 of the previous daily wick. So just a little note there, we're respecting that previous consequent encroachment of the daily wick, of the previous daily wick. And I marked these out recently as kind of ideas of where price can trade in and out of inside those wicks, right? Whether it's a daily, a 4-hour, whatever I find that there's a big wick, what's in those wicks? Well, if this is a huge daily wick right here, right? Let's just say that was it. It's obviously this is a 15-minute chart, but if that was a daily wick, then there's a lot of selling pressure in that wick, right? So I'm basically just marking out the wick and showing, you know, if there was a ton of selling in here and we are now holding above certain areas of an area where sellers were, then obviously we are showing signs that we're bullish. Pretty simple stuff. So what we can do here, just to have an idea of where price is currently, you can create a little fib here to show where price could potentially go to if we do start to get a turnaround to the downside here. PD fib. Okay, beautiful. And we're going to go ahead and make this much smaller as we don't need it to be so big. Keep it right here on the right-hand side for now. Okay, so that's kind of the range that we're in, right? So we're at the high, the low. So we've now created a new all-time high, and we have taken out previous day high, right? So, by the way, September, this part of September, this next part of September, which is towards the end of September here, I'm pretty bearish. You know, we're at all-time highs. We've been here. We've kind of been chilling here. And I really think we might start to see a move lower. You know, don't quote me. I could be wrong. But I would like to see us sell off a bit and rebalance a ton of the moves to this area. But again, we're trading these 1-to-1 strategies here. And we are not... we don't really care too much about what's happening other than these little intraday trades. So it looks like we're going to go test these 900s. We're pretty close to those 900s. I would think that if we break 900, we could probably run up into those 950s, 960s, 930s, right around there. But again, a ton of liquidity below, if we decided to start selling off here, we could see a pretty serious move. And yeah, let's go ahead and make this in line with our candles. God, it's taking TraderMade so long to do stuff. It's crazy. There we go. But yeah, I think we're going to see higher prices today at least, induce more buyers into this market, and then maybe towards midweek or end of week we start to bring price down and get people out of their positions, but we'll see. But very nice move here. Very happy with that first trade there, right? We had 3 trades I talked about that we couldn't get into, but they all worked out. So that would have been 3 1-to-1s. This would have been a 4th 1-to-1. And probably would have been calling it already on the stream. Would have been up very nicely, about 1,000 probably, or $800 across those trades. And now the strategy just tells us to sit and wait. We have to wait for more structure on the 50-minute chart to be able to trade it. There's the 900s here. Are buyers going to stack into this, or are we going to get a rejection at 900? That's a really good question. I don't know the answer to. And it's one of those things where, like, we already made money, so we could essentially risk that money we made for a fucking massive push into those 900s. But I'm not liking what I'm seeing so far. I really thought we would see a huge push. All right, maybe here it goes now. I mean, you know, this play here is just, it's more of an anticipation of what should happen when we get to those 900s, and it would be a risk of the profits we just made. It's not really something that I would want to do, but it's just something that I speak about in case somebody can learn from these ideas that I have, right? For ways to get into these trades. And you guys will see me putting orders on and taking them off as I just look to see what 1-to-1s look like on the trading floor here. Like, this seems like a decent one, right? Hold 900s for a 1-to-1. I just think we might get a pullback here. Yep. That's why I didn't take it. And again, that's just trading knowledge that I have, is just looking at the fact that these 900s haven't really been like, usually when we get into a key area like this, you start to see like a massive push, right? And we're just kind of chilling. So it's kind of throwing me off that the buyers aren't present at those 900s. Now, if we tap this order block, you know, could you get a 1-to-1 out of it? It is counter trend. I mean, it's not counter trend. It's still on trend for higher, but, you know, are you catching a falling knife here? Is what we got to ask ourselves. I bet you we can get a 1-to-1 out of that, though. It looks like we do. See that entry there at 890. Do we get the 1-to-1? Boom, 1-to-1 hits. So that would have been a profitable trade as well. And that's just using this order block above the all-time high and previous day high, right? That's all that is. So that kind of makes sense for a trade. But again, I don't love that we're not holding above 900s. that key area of 900s. I don't love that, but that's why that one-to-one works, because you're not looking for too big of a move and you can get a bounce off of this. I mean, you should, right? Buyers need to be defending this area. So even if they don't defend it with their lives and they just defend it a little bit, we get that one-to-one. And that's why this one-to-one strategy really works, guys. Because it is much easier to find areas in the chart where price should at least do a one-to-one than it is to find areas in the chart where price is going to do 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, right? Without you taking some drawdown, being in some heat, being stressed, you know, all those things that we all get, those emotions that we can't shake. By the way, guys, thumbs up, thumbs up. Let's get this. Let's get this to the 10 viewers we have watching. We're at 6 right now. So far, really nice trade off this key area here. That 890. Really nice trade off that 890 there. I didn't take it. Anybody else take this trade? Carl says, nah, I didn't take it. Okay, good. Did you take the first one, Carl? Are you up 200 like everybody else is? I love copy trading, dude. My toss-up accounts are up $800 because of that one trade. Guys, I really think one-to-one is going to be where we find tons of success here. I mean, the back testing I've done, and I know that 2Gen was in there with me watching the back testing, and I mean, it's got really great results right now. I mean, even with a 65 to 70% win rate, we're up 10K in literally one week of trading on that back testing session. And I've traded the PO3. I've traded so many things as far as back testing, and this is one of the most rewarding strategies that I've tried. And again, guys, sadly, no one took this trade. But again, I mean, to the fucking T right there at 890. It's hard to take this one. I think you get, like I said, I think you get that one-to-one pretty easily, right? We're gonna go ahead and mark that one-to-one here. So I think you get that one-to-one pretty easily, which is just using the order blocks low for a one-to-one, right? I mean, look, even off that 1 minute candle, just off the bounce, you get that one-to-one, right? So beautiful trade there. It is a 4-point risk or 5-point risk for a 5-point profit. So you're going to make at least $100 there. And then you probably would have been a little sad that we get this move after, but really nice trade there. And again, now we're in those 900s. Buyers are showing a willingness to keep price above 900s. And we have to think about this and see if there's an opportunity to potentially take a stab at this long. I don't love the structure right now. I don't have a breaker or anything to really trade off of, so I can't take it long yet. But again, like if you're looking for one-to-ones, you know, what does that look like? Here's a 160 to a 160. Right? Odds are we probably are going to hit that. But again, I would love to see a little bit more. If this candle here would have taken this low, then coming up here would make this a breaker. And I would be more open to scalping this long here with a stop below that breaker and then looking for a 1-to-1, right? Something like this. But without that breaker there, I can't be certain that price will hold. We do have this fair value gap here, which could technically hold. But again, we have now swept previous 15-minute high. We have now swept previous 30-minute high. And yeah, we just have to play we have to be very focused here. I should probably show you guys my P&L. Let's go ahead and set that up here. I'm setting up my, what is this doing, dude? All right, we're gonna have to set one up, a new one. Sorry guys, OBS is a little bit of a pain in the ass here. Okay, so that's not it either. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is working. Might have to avoid this situation we have going on here. I'm not able to find the proper screen to get this in. This is very weird. Yeah, again, it's bringing in the wrong one. It's kind of frustrating. Let me see. There's another way to do this. Let me see if I can fix it. Go into studio mode. Okay, cool. I think I just figured this out, guys. You learn something new every day, huh? Let's see. Wow, guys, I figured it out. Let's go. Never mind. For some reason, this isn't working. Yeah, there's an issue today with this. I don't know what's up. But there's a big issue with the OBS. It's not letting me do certain things today. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get it to work, so we're going to just stop trying. And sadly, I can't show you guys my P&L, but it's currently at 1,700. That's what I was trying to show you guys. All right, we're focusing back up on the trading. But we haven't got anything. That's why I haven't really been talking. But yeah, it looks like this long here is literally the best long ever that I called out. We basically kind of have to wait. I mean, we're just in all-time highs right now. So we need structure on the 15-minute. And we just got to wait it out for some structure here. Yeah, so you gotta wait. So we have no 15-minute gaps here, but we are creating one right now, which looks like it could potentially be nice for a short. We have a 15-minute sweep. So I'm looking for a potential, this potential 15-minute gap that's going to get created right here. Watching that to see what that looks like. Let's see if we get that closure. So not taking any trades yet, just waiting to see if we get a closure, which we haven't gotten. We need that closure below this. No short yet. This is actually looking even better now. We can get this. We're going to leave this gap open here, which allows us to trade to it. At least that's the idea. So we'll see. I want to be back below this. Make this black. We might get an opportunity here, guys. Let's see. We need a little more structure on the 1 minute, though, for this to play out. But we have 11 minutes or 10 minutes and 45 seconds before this 15-minute closes. I mean, if it just comes down here without giving us an opportunity, I'm going to be very sad. Very, very sad. That's unfortunate, guys. Like, there's not enough structure for us to get short there. But I knew it. Kind of wanted to try it. I'm going to try it, guys. I kind of chased it. Didn't want to do that. But we're going to try it and see if we can get a push into this potential gap here. Kind of sucks because I have a really screwed up risk reward here. Yeah, I fucked up. I shouldn't have taken that trade. Really skewed one-to-one risk reward there. But we're going to get this back because I'm going to be able to take another trade right now. Because now we have this low here. We have equal lows here. But that was a big mistake. I shouldn't have chased it. I should have waited. I just thought price was going to go straight down. That was unfortunate. So we're down 40 bucks. 40 bucks on the accounts. That's why you don't chase, man. That's why you don't chase, and you just follow your rules, guys. You follow your rules. Nothing we can do here. We have to wait. We have to wait for the next trade. That's a little unfortunate how that just played out there. Fucking market pushed me into a chase. And I'm still working on that on myself because I will do that sometimes. I know it's not good. But now, you know, a change in state is this move. And that's like a big move for a change in state. So I don't think we're going to get that. Yeah, I don't even want to go long here. We don't have fucking structure, man. There's no structure. Ugh. Unfortunate. 30-second. I mean, I kind of want to try it. I feel like this is the opportunity here. Just drop it down to 1 maybe. Yeah, I like the risk reward. We're going to try it, guys. So this is about a 150 or 160 to 150, 160. Make back our money here. Looking to target that gap below. And I'm going to use this 30-second inversion here with the 15-minute. So this is what I'm looking to hold here. This right here. I'm going to add into this position here because it's really good risk to reward here. I want to sell one more there if we tap into that 30-second gap. And I'll put another stop here. So that's how I'm going to play it. All very tight risk reward. I really like this trade now for that lower price, for lower prices. We didn't get a change of state, but we did get a 15-minute sweep and a 30-second inversion. And we have this 15-minute gap that should be filled. Should be is keyword. We just still have 6 minutes till the closure, which is a little annoying. So we may be a little too early into this short. We'll see. Come on, baby, tag us. Give us that money. There we go. Come on. That full move. That full move. Take that low. Got to be careful here because we did take these two lows. There we go, guys. Ah! No way. No way it doesn't take it. Might have to go break even here because that low didn't get taken. And a 1-to-1, you don't want to hold it when the low doesn't get taken like that. Slightly frustrating situation here, guys. We got missed by a point. That's annoying as hell. 4 minutes, 55 seconds for that closure. So could this come back up one more time and then come revisit this? Potentially. That kind of sucks, man. Can't believe it didn't take that low there. I didn't even have my stop at the low. I have my stop right above the low, which is even the more annoying part about the situation. Yeah, that's frustrating. All right, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, guys. I will be right back. I'm leaving the trade on. We're going to let it run. I probably should have just cut it right there after we didn't take the low there. But whatever. We'll let it run here and see what happens. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. We got 2 contracts in. We got 2 contracts in, which I like. We're going to just move this to 2 here. And now we're going to make this 2. So I've got 2 contracts in for a 1-to-1 here. I don't love that we're still, we're 2 minutes, 36 seconds out of, on this trade. So 15-minute closes in 2 minutes and 25 seconds here. Thing is, we could take the high again one more time, but we will come to this area here. Almost certain that we'll come to this 15-minute gap here. Just don't know if we'll be in the trade by the time it happens. So we'll see. But this is kind of where I would be looking to get into the short, to be honest, right around this time. We have 2 minutes left, gap closing, creating that 15-minute here, and we're looking to target the 15-minute. So that's what where this trade becomes really good. So we'll see. Kind of upset about the situation that happened here. We got basically, I had a 913.75 take profit. And we didn't get taken out by 0.25. It is what it is. Takes me out and then comes back down. It'll be very frustrating. I just don't want to move my stop anymore. I'll just take the loss if it happens. But I really like this trade now. But I like it more for an entry up here at these 920s, 5s, 926s, right? With a 4-point stop, 5-point stop. That would have been a way better trade, in my opinion. It's going to suck if it takes us out because I guarantee this thing turns around here. 15-minute below, closing in about 38 seconds here. I really want this new 15-minute candle to just deliver lower fast. Fill that gap and then continue its continuation to the upside. I'm okay with us continuing to grind higher all freaking day. I don't care. I just want to see this this push into that 15-minute here. And I want it to happen without the new 15-minute candle taking out previous 15-minute high, because if it does that, we're out of the trade. So far, this 30-second gap has been holding price, but the bodies can't close above that 30-second gap. Oof, pulled back. 15-minute just pulled back here. Let's see if it can continue lower here and not take us out before doing it, because that would just suck. And let's make sure we're doing a 1-to-1 here. So 1-to-1 is right there. We're going to move this up here. Let's see if we can get tagged. Let's see if we can get into profits here. Would be nice. I just don't want this candle to take my high here. It might take the high here, which is the thing that we're going to probably get. It's going to happen. Yeah, there it goes. It took the freaking high. Such a shitty situation that just happened to us, guys. So we're down 384 and 400 on one of the accounts. That sucks. That really sucks, man. To not get taken out of my trade by 0.25 has got to be the worst trading luck on the planet. Okay, so now we target this 15-minute gap if we can get it. That's unfortunate, man. 0.25 of a fucking tick. And we would have been back in profits, man. And instead, we get taken out of that trade. You can't make it up. Sometimes you just can't make it up. Right there, another 1-to-1 gets hit without me being in the trade. Beautiful. All the 1-to-1s we are missing, guys, sadly. Here it goes. This is what I wanted to see. Get a closure here. This is the A+ model right here. All right, we got the closure, guys. We're in this trade. Stop is going to be up here. We're in this trade now. We're in 2 cons. Looking for this push into this 15-minute gap. So we have a 1-minute inversion. Tiny little breaker here. Closure below, changes state of delivery. This looks like a really good trade. I think we make our money back here. I might take one off as soon as we hit around, as soon as we get 200, and then I'll hold the other one all the way down. Just to get into profits here would be nice. But this looks way more A+ here. I like this a lot. Basically tapped into, we basically took previous 15-minute high, also tapped the 1-day manipulation, created a change of state of delivery on the 1 minute. So all the time frames are aligning between 50-minute and 1 minute. And we should see delivery down now. So it looks like it is starting to happen. Once we break 200, I'll take one off, and then we hold the other one down. Okay, so took one off there. We hold the other one all the way down to fill this gap. So this is the A+ strategy. 15-minute sweep with a gap below. This is the A+ strategy here. So now we just monitor what a 1-to-1 looks like on this. But this is the strategy here, guys. This is the strategy. So we've already passed that 1-to-1 there. And we're holding to see if we can get a full move here into this 15-minute gap and rebalancing of it. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Tap us. Let's go. This is a beautiful fucking trade. This is A+, A+, A+. There we go, guys. I'm going to cut it here. We're literally 2 ticks away. I don't want to, I have PTSD from the last trade. Very, very nice trade. Very happy with that. Honestly, very happy with that. Beautiful trade, guys. Let's give it up for that trade. Did anyone take that trade? Let me know if you took that trade, guys. That is A+. If 2Gen's in here, 2Gen knows we back tested the hell out of this strategy, and this strategy is paying big time right here on this trade. So this was more than a 1-to-1. This ended up being a 1-to-2 here, and it was just a gorgeous trade. And everything that I was talking about on that first trade I was in is exactly what we needed to wait for. So we did have to kind of wait for the closure of that 15-minute because it did go and take our previous 15-minute high, but that just gives us even more confidence that this change of state of delivery will hold and continue to fill this gap. Now, do I need this gap to get completely filled? No, I just need a tap of the gap, and that suffices for me. I don't care what price does now. But that right there is a beautiful trade. Michael says he took it with me. Let's go, Michael. How much are you up, Michael? I'm very happy with that trade, guys. Took me right back into the profits, basically. I'm down $40 now. I was down about 350 to 400. I'm down $40. But yeah, this is A+, guys. So this is the strategy here. So basically, yeah, down from earlier, but looking much better. Yeah, exactly. Looking way much better. So What happened there is a learning lesson, though. I think we all need to journal that. Michael, let's journal this experience here, right? What was the reality is, we talked about it last night, you and I. That A+ setup is that 15-minute sweep. It just adds another confident leg to this move, right? But wow, what a beautiful trade. Barely took any drawdown here. Held that 1-minute gap, held this little breaker here, and a full move straight into this M15 here. Very, very nice trade. That looked beautiful. So let's see if we can find another trade here, guys, and get into the profits. This is the beautiful thing about this strategy, is that even though we've taken some losses, right? And it was kind of, the first loss was my fault. I chased it. Second loss was completely stupid. Did you guys, I have a question for you guys who's saying you're down. Did you guys not get taken out as well on this trade? Did you guys get missed by that little 0.25 as well? Did you get taken out by that? Did you guys miss that 0.25 initial short as well? Yeah, dude, that was brutal. That was brutal. That was, you know, and I was stubborn about it. I knew this trade. I knew this trade would happen. And I was talking about it, saying that potentially we do get taken out of that original trade. It'll then come. You know, I was hoping we don't get taken out of that original trade. But the shitty part is, guys, we got missed by a 0.25 of a tick, man. 0.25, guys. That's the only reason we're even down right now. We would be up. We would currently be up $400, maybe $500, because those two trades that we just took right there, that would have been $100 and this would have been $300. Yeah, we'd be up $400 here on that. And instead, we are down a little bit of money because we missed this, and like this fucking low doesn't take this is actually kind of crazy. But it set us up perfect for this move here. So, for this move here. So with that said, I can't be too mad about it. Now we need one more. I'm going to keep trading at least till about 12. I'd like to get a couple more one-to-ones in where we can walk away with a nice fat profit. I mean, we've done the research. We know this strategy pays. We know the strategy pays. It feels nice being so confident in the strategy that you're just like, okay, whatever, we're down, but we're going to continue to take those trades because we know the back testing shows that we end up in the green. And it's very rare to have red days, apparently, from our back testing session so far. So we continue this journey here. I bet we can get something like this out of this. Could probably get something like this if we do get up here. There is another 15-minute gap down here that we might want to touch. Just something to keep in mind here, guys. Okay, so we've swept liquidity here, which is the only reason why I would not want to short this. But we do have another change in state of delivery here, right? Or I would say order block at least. So I guess there's two scenarios here. This is a push, retest the midpoint, and then a push towards this gap here to test. But I don't know. I don't love it, but I mean, in the back testing, we did take a trade like this where we were below 50% of that 15-minute, and it did hold for lower. Not ideal. But the reality is, can we get a 1-to-1 here, guys? That's all we care about. 1-to-1s is all we care about. I feel like I need to see some sort of 1-minute closure in this lower area here before I could try to take it. Let's get our quarters out. New 15-minute candle about to open here, guys. We've got 1 minute here for that new 15-minute candle. So how do you guys like this strategy so far? Obviously, we're down a little bit, but do you guys think it's a lot easier to follow along and take the trades? Snagga says, yep. All right, cool. I like that, guys. So this one's a little tricky. We are below 50%, okay? New 15-minute candle is below 50%, but the problem is that if once we sweep this low at 907, we could just get a bounce back up. But I like what this is doing a lot. Because we could do something and just target that 50-minute low, right? That OB there, potentially. I'm going to try it, guys. I'm risking like 60 bucks, like nothing crazy. I'm in pretty quickly here. I'm just looking for that 15-minute to turn around and take the low right here. That's all I'm looking for. Just a very quick sweep. Just wanted to take the low. I'm already at a 1-to-1 here. I'm already past the 1-to-1 here, so probably should have just taken profits there, a little quick profits there. Put me in the green for the day. But let's see, 1-to-1. Yeah, I had already hit 1-to-1, so. But I want that low. I really want that low taken. So I could go break even here because I've already hit my profit target on this. Could go break even here. I don't really want to, but I could. Or at least move it to this high here. See if we sweep that low there. Actually, I'll take 50. I'll take 0.5. If we could get to 0.5, I'm out. So if we can get a move down to 0.5, which is fine with me if we hold. Come on, come on, come on. Give us that money. Don't miss me by 0.25 again. Don't miss your boy by 0.25 again here. So we know 1-to-1 works. We get 1-to-1s every time. Every time 1-to-1s. Every time. Beautiful. Let's go. Just like that, we're back in the green, boys. Back in the green. All right, 15-minute just took the low there. Now, does this 15-minute hold for lower is the real question now. So I don't know if it's going to hold, but it doesn't look like a bad trade. I just don't know if it's going to hold. I'm going to try it, guys. I think it already missed my entry, but this might play out what I was looking for. So 115 for 115 would have been a 1-to-1 like that. Yeah, I'm going to take it off there, but I think this idea that I have here potentially plays out. And we might just need to find another way to get in. But that CISD here, stop there, is kind of the best thing that I could find here. Maybe it's something like this if we can get tagged in here, but we would have already been tagged in. That's the thing that I don't like about it. Would have already been tagged in that short. All right, I'm going to put it on here for a 1-to-1. If it tags us in, it tags us in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a retest of this 15-minute gap and a continuation to fill, or at least tap this lower gap here. Missed by 0.25 or 1 point currently. All right, so we're now in this short, guys. Let's see if it works out for what I was originally talking about here. Come on, give me a 1-to-1. 1-to-1, baby. Let's go. 1-to-1. I don't care if this thing moves further. We just need a 1-to-1. Give us a 1-to-1 here, NQ. A 1-to-1. So we were up $70 on this trade so far. It would have been a nice little profit there, but can't take it. Need to do the 1-to-1. And the good thing about this trade is we start to close up here above this 15-minute here. We could probably look to close out of this trade early, just because if it starts to hold above 50% of this gap, right? And the idea was 50% holds us lower, then I don't really want to be in this anymore. So yeah, could make a choice here if you're in this trade, guys, to just cut it early. We are above 50%, so you could just cut it early. I'm going to hold it, but I would just cut it early if I'm you guys, if you're in the trade. But I'm going to hold it because I'm just going to go based on the stats, right? The 1-to-1 stats. But we are above 50% of that M15, which is what we wanted to see reject. It's not rejecting currently. And we are above this 1 minute gap here. So a little less probable that this continues lower. So if you don't want to be on this trade, I would cut it. This is not part of the strategy, by the way. This is just me freestyling an idea for a continuation short. And it might have been a bad move, but it's okay. This is the first time we are trading this strategy live, and we have to learn. Yeah, we're going to get taken out here. It looks like it's coming for the stop. Yep, there you go, guys. Well, that's why I said cut it at break even, because once we got above the initial idea, it becomes a lot less likely that this trade is going to work out. We do have a change in state now. If we close here, and we could look to try to take this long now for a continuation to the upside. I don't know if we're going to get tagged, but yeah, this is the idea. Fucking thing just goes, man. Ah! Hate when price just runs away from us. Yeah, 1-to-1 would have been hit already on this trade. How many times have I said today 1-to-1 just got hit and we're not in the trade? Got to find ways to get in a little quicker, I think, with this strategy, sadly. But as soon as that change day delivery happens, we need to be in this trade, essentially, if we want the... If we want to trade it properly. Pull back here would be okay, though. I would be into this. This looks like a pretty good trade. See if we get tagged. Change of state delivery, 1 minute gap. Let's see if it takes us into the trade here. 150 for 300. It's a little bit more than a 1-to-1, but if we get 150 in profits, I will be looking to take out of it. Ugh, come on, man. Tag us in this fucking trade, you goddamn market. Ah! Beautiful trade running away again. Frustrating, dude. Frustrating. Our 1-to-1 already hit on this trade as well. See if it tags us in here. Come on. Tag me in, baby bird. Come on. Wants to. There we go. We're in this trade. See what happens here, guys. Don't know if it's going to hold, especially since we've already got the 1-to-1 on this trade. The 1-to-1 already hit. But yeah, I think we should go to 1-to-1 to keep it safe, because this is looking... So 1-to-1 is basically... Okay, so we hit 1-to-1 already. Fuck me, man. I'm drawing shit while price is doing all sorts of stuff. Can you please let us trade? Can you please let me trade properly and stop messing us up? That's unfortunate, man. So we hit a 1-to-1 already on this trade, guys. Hopefully you took your profits on a 1-to-1. I was trying to draw out the 1-to-1. See if it gets me here. Nice. 1-to-1. Let's go. Beautiful. Love when the market just fucks with us a little bit, but then gives us our 1-to-1. All right, so we've taken our 1-to-1 here. We're back in the profits. Looking good. Looking good. Now we need 1 or 2 more trades to end the session here, and we'll be nicely green. So that's what I'll be looking for here. But I have called out multiple 1-to-1s so far today that have all played out. We just have to figure out how to get into them a little bit better. But the thing is, we had patience here, right? Didn't chase price up here. Waited for that retest of the change in state of delivery. This is the A+ model here, guys. So we have a change in state of delivery, right? So first off, I want to talk about this. Took a short down into here, which was a beautiful trade, right? Then tried to take another short. We had a 1-to-1 on it, and we didn't get taken out. We didn't get the one. We didn't pull off. I didn't take off the 1-to-1. I actually let it come back and take me out. That's my mistake. I told you guys to break even if you're in this. Hope you did. This next trade is very simple. Price told us, because we had a change day of delivery on the 1 minute chart with a 15-minute sweep. Price told us that it wants to go in this direction, at least to this 0.5, which is 50% of this move. So we are going to target a 1-to-1 into this area. That's our liquidity area, right? So that's why this trade looks so good. But chasing it here skews your stop, right? You don't get a 1-to-1 anymore. So we had to wait for that pullback here, okay? Now, the way these candles were printing back and forth was a little sketchy. I didn't like it. But that was a really nice trade. Anybody take that trade? How are we looking, guys? How are we looking? You guys think we can get a 1-to-1 here? I feel like we can get something like this, guys. I honestly feel like we can get that off that CISD we haven't retested yet. I'd love to get a little 1-to-1 off of this. Michael says, took it. Green on the day now. Let's fucking go, Michael. Today's a little bit tricky. Today we're still on all-time highs, right? All the back testing that we did was not all... I mean, it was kind of all-time highs. I mean, it was all September, but it wasn't all-time highs. And yeah. This probably has a really good risk to reward here. Could probably have done something like this, to be honest. There's just equal highs here. Equal highs here. This is your order block, so your stop is below that order block. You take it at the order block entry there. Something like this. And you probably would have already got a 1-to-1. You probably could have got a 1-to-1 here. I think it's going to go now. 1-to-1 already hit. 1-to-1 already hit. Yeah, it's gone. 1-to-1 already hit there. But I liked it a lot. This is so you got one order block here and another order block. You have stacked order blocks, right? So you could take the order block entry, order block stop, and you could look for a 1-to-1 right there. That's already $110, $120 you make in your pocket right there off that quick trade. Now we have 3 triple highs here. 15-minute high still hasn't been taken. They're going to take this now. I'm going to try it, guys. Ugh, fucking chased it again. God damn it. That's frustrating. It's a 15-minute sweep here, so got to be careful here. Could pull back against me pretty quickly. Hope you guys didn't take this. This is a little bit... It's nice here into that 15-minute sweep, but not nice up here because I'm already in. Look at my long. I mean, okay, it worked out, but you see my long, it's above the 15-minute sweep. So price could have easily swept that high right there and then just pulled back really quickly and then continued, right? So for a 1-to-1 there was a little bit risky. I would not recommend that, but we did have a draw. We have all of this liquidity, trendline liquidity, and I was looking to see if that CISD would hold. But now we can see that the real trade, the real short that I talked about before, gives you that 1-to-1 as well. So that was probably the better trade. But hey, I'll take it. I'm up on this account, so I'm not mad about it. But look at that nice reaction when we got to that change day delivery area here that had not been tested previously. Very nice reaction from the market. $0.5. Let's go to fibs. Damn, I really like that short idea. That short idea that I was talking about originally was really nice. I mean, we were talking about the idea that this, I did something like this, right? Like right in front of that change state of delivery, and I was looking for a 1-to-1. So that hits 100%. We also have SMT now with ES here. Change in state of delivery, 15-minute sweep. We don't really have a gap to go towards, so it's hard for me to take this, but it is part of the model, essentially. A 1-to-1 already hit there. It's a little frustrating. Once this week is over, Michael, we need to backtest this week specifically at these all-time highs to see how this strategy holds up at the all-time highs. Because I wonder if it's more of like you got to mark it in when you have a CISD, because the amount of 1-minute change state of deliveries after sweeps, 15-minute sweeps, is just pretty crazy, and they go quick. Again, the only thing we could be targeting is now this 15-minute low, but I just don't know if that's even the reality. I think we have a lot. We can still take out some of those highs as well. Well, I guess we did take out the liquidity. So we took out this liquidity. So we don't really need to come back up. But yeah, I don't think we're going to retest that CISD. So sadly, this is a beautiful trade that has gone without us here. Okay, this low's got taken, guys. Don't really want to like jump in, but I think this thing has really nice room to this gap here. Like really good risk to reward here. Using the 15-minute gap that should have held. Let's go for 100 to 100 here. Looking to see if this 15-minute gap, this holds. We have a order block here. Sorry, not order block. We have breaker blocks here. So I need to be above that breaker. So that's where we need to be the stop at. Let's look for the 1-to-1 here. Let's look for that 1-to-1 here. So 1-to-1 puts me at this low. Yeah, right there. Okay, 1-to-1 here. Using the 15-minute to hold price with this breaker here. That's kind of the idea here. So we're looking for that. We never got we didn't get a tag on the change state of delivery, but this looks pretty damn bearish. Should continue lower to this to mitigate this gap here. We're going to use this breaker, these set of down candles, right, to hold price lower. And I like this for 1-to-1, and that's how we're going to take this trade. Oh wait, I fucked this up, guys. What the hell? The 1-to-1 is actually 1-to-1 is right there. That's a 1-to-1. Okay. So we'll take that. I think this runs down into the gap, but I got to stick with the strategy of a 1-to-1 here. I know that it works. There it goes. That 1-to-1 hit. Beautiful trade here. We're up nicely again, up about 200 per account again. I think this continues, guys. If you have multiple runners, you could probably hold this a little lower here. As soon as that low gets taken at 897, I would at least put your break even though, or on your runners. And we're looking for 890s here. Can now try a 1-to-1 like this. If price comes back up. Probably try a 1-to-1 at 903. I'm going to try it just to see how this strategy works, the 1-to-1 strategy. Looking for a quick 1-to-1 here. Again, continuation trade, 1-to-1. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, took me out there, so that didn't work out. Still in the profits, though. Very small risk. That was a 904 to 908. That was a 4-point risk. Very happy with that risk reward there. Very, very happy. So still in the profits. Did not give back really anything there. But something to look at is this 15-minute candle did take out these lows. So I tried to short into after a sweep, right? Which is a completely the wrong idea. And also here's a 15-minute CIS. Here's the 1-minute CISD to the upside once this closes. So again, not the best trade. Should have been looking for a long here. But that's why I like that really small risk here using this breaker. All right, one more trade. That's a $200 trade. That puts me at $300 for the day per account, and I'll be happy with that. Now, we don't really have gaps to target, and part of the strategy is the gaps, so it makes it a little harder for me right now to trade this stuff. Good call on what, Michael? What were you saying good call on? Or 2Gen? Oh, yeah. Backtesting all-time highs is going to be something that's going to, I think, very important for the strategy, just to figure out if you need to be more aggressive or if you need to have more patience, essentially, right? Part of me wants to take this. Part of me thinks it might be a losing trade. But I mean, for like 110, for something like this, I feel like it's like, why not? It's like quick wrist or quick 1-to-1 here. It might just deliver the 1-to-1 really quickly, and I need to fix my 1-to-1 here. Let me see. Let me fix it. So it's like we usually get the 1-to-1s off the... Yeah, there it is. See? Right off the change state of delivery, you're going to get 1-to-1s pretty quickly. So right there, I'm up about 200 on the accounts now. So we need one more good trade, and we can relax here. We kind of call it for the morning session. Didn't go as well as I wanted it to go, right? Because I mean, we're green, and we're probably going to end the session which up $300 per account. But I feel like the reality is, after backtesting these strategies, I mean, we made a lot of money fast, and So yeah, I mean, this definitely worked out here. You have even there's a 1-to-1, right? That it gets missed by a point. Funny. Sorry, let's see. So 215 to 215. Actually, yeah, we would have hit 1-to-1. Even if you just put the low there, took the CISD, you hit 1-to-1 already on this strategy. I can't wait to just fucking size up like 5 cons on these 1-to-1s. That's like the next move for sure. Also, we've done a lot of trading here, Michael, without our draw, without our gaps, right? We've only had one 15-minute gap today, and we pretty much mitigated the hell out of it. And we have this one here, but I don't really think it's a draw as much because it's so tiny. Like, not a lot of buyers probably. I mean, there's probably buyers sitting there ready to defend that previous all-time high, but you know, I like the inefficiency of price. Like, I like the idea that like this area here has mostly buyers and no sellers, and so we want to come down to fill some more orders. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like why we're trading the strategy. Today's a day where we're all-time highs and barely any 50-minute gaps. It's kind of harder to trade, in my opinion. At least for the strategy we are trying to trade. But it has been nice. Yeah, today's PA has been very different. But also, it has been nice not having to look at fucking ES and all sorts of other shit. It has been nice just focusing on basically trading this strategy and not having to look at anything else. I like the simplicity of it a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. So you guys green so far on the day? What's going on, guys? Are we green? Are we green? Are we green? Also, guys, remember, this stream is specifically for educational content only. It is not financial advice. Remember that. But if you decide on your own free will to take any of my trades, there is a slight few second delay. So make sure it's one of the trades where I am able to mark it all out and basically have a really good feeling about it, right? I will work to see if we can get a smaller delay. If we can get a smaller delay, then we'll look to see if we can. But Perez, I know you. So guys, Perez just posted that he's down $100. That is the beauty, Perez, of what we're doing here. Is how many trades have we taken today, and you're only down $100. Like, think about that. One trade puts you right in the green, and that is the beauty of these 1-to-1s and the risk management behind it. Is you don't really go into much of a big loss. You don't really go into deep red, which is nice. So again, if we kept it A+, and I would ask Michael this because he was in the back testing sessions with me. If we keep it A+, Michael, I feel like we've only had like 1 or 2 A+ trades. A couple of these trades have been me trying to add my brain power into taking some of these trades. All right, guys, let's try to find one A+ setup here. We have a new 15-minute candle that just opened. Let's wait for it to take a low or high and see what it wants to do here. It is kind of in the middle between both the high and the low of the previous candle. Very indecisive area of price here. We just have to wait it out and see what happens. Yeah, that one short was honestly amazing. I mean, and I also sized up for it because that's the one I took 2 cons on because it was just so clean. This price action is so bad, guys. Honestly, this is probably would have been a good trade. Like this order block, or yeah, this little order block here, the entry of that order block, and looking for like $100 or something because you know it's gonna go take this liquidity. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 1 minute highs there, all sitting there. That would have been a good trade. So now we have SMT at the lows here, guys, and SMT at the highs. So we are gridlocked currently. Currently gridlocked. So we took the high here. Could we get a 1-to-1 off of this? Looks like we could have. Little rejection at 0.75 there. Holding 0.5 here. Don't love this idea because this 15-minute hasn't put anything on hasn't put a lower wick yet. But once you put a lower wick in, I wonder if it's something where we can use that along to I don't know. It depends on what we do here. This is a really critical line right here. Really critical area of price. Kind of figuring out what it wants. I like that we're holding the 50% line. That's a nice hold. Curious. A buy here, stop loss below that low. Where does that take profit take us to? 70? I think it hits. I want to know why the fuck this thing doesn't just stay there. If I put a price there, can TradingView just keep it there? Stop moving our thing around. Just waiting to see if we could put in a lower wick here on this. I mean, we have a tiny one, right? But I'd like to see a little bit more of a wick here. We could probably get a 1-to-1 off of this, to be honest. Again. And just size up here to like 2 cons. That probably would have played out. This gap here maybe even better. That right there looks pretty promising of an idea. 120 for 120. But we missed 786 by fucking, what did we do? Like, how much we missed this by? $919.25, 919.7, 0.50. We missed that move. So half a point, guys, for this move here that we just missed. About 7 point move here on this move. So we have no sweep here. We have no 15-minute sweep here, but we do have a potential CISD here. I would have liked to see a little more of a push lower. I wonder if this gives us a trade here. Like something like this, right? Like 100, even like 60 for 100 there or something like that. This could potentially be a trade. But I'm not going to take it. We didn't take any highs. It's not A+. It's just kind of like an idea. We also swept this low here. Or yes, swept these lows and NQ didn't, which is pretty bullish. I feel like we can get the trade though. I feel like we can get a little bit of what we want out of it. Let's see if it holds. Let's see if it hits. Let's see if it hits for 70. That 1-to-1 there that I was marking out. Right there, $70 profit. Three minutes here for the new 15-minute candle. We're going to have an inside 15-minute, which is very strange. Two minutes till 15-minute candle. And this is why you do the 1-to-1s, right? Because we have the back testing to show that 1-to-1s are how you make the money on these trades. You know you're going to get some sort of a reaction. Can you get a 1-to-1 off of it? And most of the 1-to-1s I'm showing today, we've gotten that reaction perfectly. It's just that, like I said, the strategy requires really the 15-minute sweep, but also it requires the 15-minute gaps. And honestly, we have just been trading inside of this 15-minute for fucking the entire trading session, which makes it harder to trade this. Now, if we would have come down here, guys, if we would have pushed down to 50% here, oh man, I would have been looking for longs right back into this range. But we didn't. We just tapped literally the beginning of the 15-minute wick. Price is so slow today. It's so slow today. $10 seconds for a new 15-minute candle here. That becomes 12. I usually don't like to trade at 12, but we'll see what we get here. Maybe there is a trade that arrives here at this hourly open. New 15-minute candle just opened, and we just created, I think, an hourly gap below, which makes me think we go lower to fill that gap. All right, we're going to mark out this hourly wick. One more trade. Let's go. One more trade. All right, so we've got the wick marked out on both sides here. So can we get one last trade here? So took out previous 15-minute high here. Previous 15-minute high was taken. Nice pullback into this range. Damn, 12 o'clock is bringing us a little bit of volatility here. Could we get that 130? Nice push here. Please, market makers, give me a trade so I can get off with a fat check. I'm not going to take it because I think it's bullish, but just to see if it hits, if it would have hit. Why is price always moving, man? Just stay right where I put you. Right there. It's too bullish to short it, so I'm not looking to short it here. I would short it higher up, but I'm just looking to see. Looks like it would have been hit here. Almost. Let's see. Not giving us a 1-to-1 yet. Let's see if it does give it to us. This is good though, because we can get a change state delivery up here. Makes it a lot better for us. Now we have this choppy here. Get that change state delivery, 15-minute sweep. $60 seconds for the closure here. It's not ideal. I would have liked to see this candle taking those highs instead, so we can create some sort of breaker as well. I don't think we're going to get the closure that we need. No closure, so that's taken off. We don't have that. Okay, so all-time highs, and we're still bullish. So really, we shouldn't be shorting unless there's really good risk reward, and we think we can get a push. If we go from 0.5 to 0.75, right, and we look for something like this, I think we could probably get this. It makes sense when I'm looking at it. Oh, I would have tagged this in and made... Oh, we would have already fucking... Oh, it would have made us the money already, guys. That is sad. That is sad. We would have already hit. Tag 50% of that wick there and already would have been a $200 winner. That sucks. Wow. Or a $120 winner, sorry. But yeah, it was very easy, man. I'm just shorting the 50% into 25%, right? Just using those quarters as short ideas, and putting a stop above the next quarter. So first middle of the quarter to the third quarter. Seems like a good idea to me. Come on, man. I hate that fucking... Like, how do someone know how to make it so that TradingView doesn't move around as much? It's really frustrating. Like, why can't I just put an order and have it sit there? Why does it have to move around? Like, I don't want a dynamic fucking order running around doing what it wants. I want it to do what I want it to do. %, being tested now. Looks like noon is going to deliver us higher here. Probably can get away with this now. 0.75. Something like this probably works. We're going to try it, guys. See if we get $100 here. Seeing if 0.75 of that wick delivers us a little lower to back towards 0.5 here. Let's see if it does. If not, it's too strong and buyers just fucking run it right through, and it is what it is. But we'll see. See if we can get a little bit of a move here. I don't like the fact that this candle wick is holding these wicks here. That there shows that we've already traded in this area. Let's go. We hit another one. We hit another one. All we do is use those quarters. All we do is use those quarters. One quarter to the other quarter. That pays the bills. It makes us money. It's one quarter to the other quarter. Oh, fucking dead, dude. Thank God, guys, 1-to-1, because we're out of that trade and we did not just get smashed by the bulls there. Woo! Beautiful trading. We are up on all the accounts. All right, we're going to go ahead and take off our top step accounts because they have already hit the 230 per account here on the day, which is exactly what we want on these top steps. It's all about those base hits on a daily basis. 250 on one of them, 264 on the other, and 230 on the other. So that is $700 across the top step funded accounts. Let's go ahead and take that off. We're going to go ahead and take some of these accounts off here. I'll show you guys in the Discord what my daily P&L looks like. Okay? So guys, we're up $2,296 across all the accounts today. Remember, I came into the morning session with a $500 winner already from last night. So the reality is that today's session is what it is. So I'm at 1,700 because it's about 250 to 260 across all the funded accounts here. So yeah, it took a little bit more work than I wanted to. Again, we're in all-time highs. We're not getting the gaps that we're looking for to take these trades. Price is acting a little bit wild, but hey, we were able to get this quick 1-to-1 there and make a little bit of money there. So I'm going to call this session here. I might actually come back for the afternoon session. I can't remember. Michael, are you still in here? Are you still in here, Michael? Because I feel like one of the things that you and I had, I wanted to ask, like when we were back testing, it was after we would take 12 off and then we come back at 1, right? That was the session. So I think I come back in the afternoon, guys. I'll let you guys know in the Discord when I'm going to be live streaming this afternoon. But I think we come back because I think the strategy, the back testing is both trading the morning and the afternoon, and that's how we were able to get the results that we got. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and jump off now, go have some food, relax, answer some emails, stuff like that. But I'll be back this afternoon, guys, because the strategy that we are trading this entire week pretty much only works if you trade both the morning and afternoon using this strategy. So we will be back. Sorry, guys, answering a message here. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope everybody is green. Sadly, it was a little rougher of a day today. PA was not great, and it is what it is, right? So, but I like this strategy. I like the idea of just using the 15-minute chart and the 1-minute chart and not having to look at so many damn things that I was looking at before, right? So yeah, guys, with that said, appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the afternoon. All right, peace.